The music he heard, the movements he saw, and the exuberant spirit he witnessed in Durham, North Carolina became the art Ernie Barnes created.
It all comes back to Durham. It all comes back to the impressions that he had here. He really was shaped by those experiences, and it comes out in these art forms, these figures that became larger than life.
Those larger-than-life figures came from Ernie Barnes' own life growing up in Durham when tobacco and Jim Crow reigned. He was born in the Bull City on July 15, 1938. Luz Rodriguez, a state trustee of the Ernie Barnes estate, describes how early influences shaped the artist and his work, including the Sugar Shack, Barnes' most recognizable painting.
The Sugar Shack was actually inspired by a dance at the Armory in downtown Durham. In 1952, when Ernie was 13 years old, he snuck into the Armory and saw people dancing like that. He painted it in the early 1970s, and the Sugar Shack was featured on the show Good Times, and it was also a Marvin Gaye album cover.
Fueling imagery in the teenage Barnes, the Durham Barnes work demonstrates how his community, struggling against the oppression of legalized segregation, found ways to celebrate life. They gathered and rejoiced in various ways, worshiping in church, socializing on the porch.
He was able to create a newer way for people to view the African-American experience. And he gave that in a very rich and very powerful way.
Playing basketball with a makeshift basket.
Using this imagery, using these figures. That's all shaped by, growing up in the Jim Crow South, attending all-black Hillside High School, coming to then North Carolina College at Durham.
The distinct characteristics of African-American high school and HBCU marching bands found their way into his work.
Homecoming is of a marching band, and for those familiar with Durham, it's the intersection called 15501 at Roxborough and Pettigrew. Ernie said that's where Hillside High School marching band would turn the corner from the segregated downtown area and into the black area. And the band would, kick it up a notch. Painting the drum major, one of Ernie's favorites. He loved drum majors, the marching band, and, a drum line. For the painting, he made many studies of the drum major to get that final painting just right.
Art was his main major, and I will note also he was on a full academic scholarship, by the way, and played football here under the great Coach Riddick.
While developing his signature artistic style, Barnes also became a football standout, making it to the NFL.